gonna look into what possibilities are open out there for you to make some impact in your life that will actually turn your life around. And who am I? My name is Albina. I am NLP practitioner, family constellation practitioner. I received many different other education certifications in the sphere of personal development. My main concern is a single parents, is a relationship, the base where we come home, the base where we live, the place where we wake up, the place where we spend the majority of time. Why relationship and why it's relevant for you? Because I doubt any of you here have no relationship, even if you're not in a relationship with a spouse or with a partner. You are in relationship with your kids, with your parents, with the people around, at work, with a manager or your co-worker. And guess what? Whatever that dynamic that exists in those relationships, it's just a byproduct of your upbringing. So today I'm bringing for you opportunity to jump into free 5-day mastermind that will be dedicated completely to your own personal journey. How and what impact relationship that you have currently in your life? Why certain dynamic fears or pleasing patterns or maybe guilt exist in those relationships? Why you feel like you give in so much but you don't receive from those relationships? My used to be the pattern. Who feel the same? I do, I give, but I don't receive that much that I give, right? So it's all very relevant because we are lined up with relationship. Every possible turn of our life is a relationship. So the mastermind that is upcoming March 24 through March 29 is a free opportunity for you to jump in, dedicate hour and a half a day for your own personal journey, to look into that journey, to answer the questions that bother you. Why am I having this? Why me again? Why the situation this again? Why he did it, she did it this way? Why I feel abused again? Why I feel lonely? Why am I where I am? Whatever question you have related to your own personal journey, I promise you, you will find your answers. The link to join you can access by contacting Frederick, and I do believe there is contact information under this video. But from now, let me give you a little bit outline of my own personal journey, why I chose this path. So as I mentioned, my name is Albina, and I never would think I will be doing anything like that in my entire life. My upbringing was just like normally for majority of you as well. I had a family. There was ups and downs, some drama, not drama, happiness, tears, normal life of a normal child. But who would know that that upbringing, every single step of that, crying, happiness, and joy and drama would affect the whole life of that child. So I grew up in very controlling family, I can say, where I had no decisions making, power over decision making in my entire life. Who is the same here? All my people, Syrian, all that Asian, Armenian, Chinese, Indians, they have similar dynamics in the family. Many other nationalities as well. I know that from experience working with people. Upbringing and controlling environment brought me to a point where I was doing everything that my parents wanted me to do. I completed PhD, received PhD in law industry, civil law in Russia. I was working as a lawyer, as assistant to a judge, and I was about to go into a judge journey. That's what my father wanted for me. But at that time, I already entered into a relationship with my ex-husband. So I gave a birth at that time and came across opportunity to finally break through this controlling environment and all that was happening in my life. I moved to United States with my child and my ex-husband, and I didn't know that it's gonna shook my entire life altogether. So yes, found myself like many people who move from one country to another in very hard time that squishes you, take away every possible structure that you ever lean on, no financial abundance, no system that you lean on, no friends, no family around you, nobody. You have no opportunity to introduce yourself anywhere because nobody knows you. Who went through the same? Leave a comment if this is something relevant to you. So from there, I end up in an environment with my husband, who turned out to be somebody I never knew, who became all of a sudden, over the night of our moving, abusive in many different ways. I've been belittled. I've been abused verbally and mentally in so many possible ways. I couldn't even turn to anybody. It was my choice. I end up in this country by myself with a child in my hands. My husband left the country. So the journey brought me to another round of relationship where I, for whatever mystical point, built the same dynamic. And up 9 years later in the same dynamic where I felt lonely, alone, no system to lean on, being abused verbally, mentally, unavailable relationship in the form of connecting one to another, no opportunity to build any sort of connection. So I started to look into myself and ask myself, what's wrong? Different partner, but dynamic is the same. Why am I going through this? Who has the same question? Who had the similar experience in life? Let me know. So by the age somewhere 39, I've decided to start finally look into what creates that reality, why I can't break through and keep constantly attract people who are very similar by the dynamics and who treat me very similar that I feel like I didn't earn. And that's the journey that brought me to many, many transformations. So years of transformations. Every single night I was working on myself. And that brought me to a point where I finally was strong enough and raised my self-awareness, self-worth to a point to let those relationships go, the relationship that was destroying me. And I rebuilt myself and become very different person over a couple years. Now, as my journey completed that transformational path, I feel very strong to support you and the people who still in the journey of that developing the path to break through to what holds you back and those very hard dynamics that creates your reality. And at the end of the day, what I learned is anything that we go through is a man-made reality. Every single circumstance that you are in, it's your own choices and reality that you build around yourself. And nobody, not even your spouse, is in charge of that reality. You attract people who match your vibration to receive that experience, to finally maybe one day realize that that experience is built from your own journey and life when you were little. And maybe one day you will choose you to break free from that dynamics and build the life that you love and enjoy. So I promise you one thing. Come to Mastermind, and all 5 days of that journey, we will be looking into your dynamics. what creates the reality that you live in, and how to break finally free from that reality. I'm here to support you. All questions you can reach out to Frederick. But for now, I want you to do one little practice before we summarized it all. One little practice. Who is that battle you battling against? Who that person that gives you the most tension in your life currently? Is it your spouse? Is it your parent? Is it your friend? Is it your child? Who is giving that tension? Who you feel so much stress when you connect to that people that you feel like run away from them? Imagine that person and realize you can close your eyes and see your mom and realize that you battle all your life against your mother, against the person who gave you life. Because that is exactly the place where you were giving so much more, but never received in return as much as you give. You never were perfect. You never were good enough. You never were just right. Never. And for that matter, you were overworking yourself when you were growing up to just prove your mom that you are good. Now, that dynamic is piling up across all your relationship, across all your communication. You keep living through the same dynamic and reality, but people are changing. And people are changing, but our subconscious doesn't know the difference because our subconscious doesn't have a picture where you can sign off on the picture and say, this is my mom, this is my husband, this is my child, this is my boss. It doesn't know, and it doesn't need to. It applies one dynamic from the relationship that it learned in the early stage of your growing up to every single relationship, and there you end up overworking yourself, over pleasing, feeling guilty, withdrawing, checking out, um, all etc. for one simple thing, to prove that you're good. So the answer is already found, and I'm inviting you all to a mastermind 5-day from stuck to strong to answer your own question and find a way out of the things that doesn't work for you any longer. Love and blessings.
Yeah, I have. I hope I'm going to be loud enough so that you hear me. Because
Yeah,
I'm in
you
a
are
public
loud
transport.
enough here
There's a
for
lot of
sure.
noise, from background. But allow me to just say some few things. One is a question. Another is a comment. I start with a comment. When we do holistic lifestyle, the way we now coined it and to call it holistic, so that it entails all these other things. People really get lost somewhere, and most of the time they get lost into fasting only. People think that is the only thing, but now, after learning for a long time, you realize that we are taking care of the whole person, your spirit, your soul, and your body. So then the exercise is also there, which is done like daily movements. There is a meditation that you do, like a lifestyle again daily if you can, depending on how you're practicing. There is diet, and there is positive thinking. You don't want to talk much about all those things. Then there is number 6 and 7 that you're handling. This is now the most forgotten one. Relationships and finances. They're still part and parcel of the holistic lifestyle. There's no way you can say the five that I've mentioned are more of I can call them like the basics, the ones that starts you to take you to better relationships, take you to better financial stability and income and all that. Because when you are now mentally fine, you're not fighting, you have no depression, you have no stress, you have no work, your mind is working carefully and very well, properly, soberly, you'll be able to be creative and do so many things for your life in the shortest time possible. So this is part and parcel of our lifestyle that we are doing. Like if you are coming from holistic lifestyle, this is part and parcel of it. It's always be like we don't mention it every now and then, finances and relationships, but it's part and parcel of your life because it's holistic, the whole thing. You can't leave one side. You can't be healthy and then so stressed with financial issues. They're still going to get into your mind. You're going to have still mental issues. So there should be financial breakthrough. There should be good relationship with your partners. And your
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just partner, it's the entire thing. It's not just partner, it's your children, your parents, things around you. So I wanted to ask a question about relationship, the wife and the mother. Like mother-in-law, there's this issue, I think it is everywhere. You find it that mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law, they have this crisis every now and then. It's like, it's very common here. So what causes this? And is there a way that people can get peace with this, even in your
Oh, yeah.
in your process, please? That's all I wanted to talk about for today. Thank you.
First of all, let me circle back to your previous comment related to the most important things in life, relationship, finances. Guess what? Finances is also a relationship. Relationship with your money is the same dynamic. So relationship is a form and the base for every single specter and area of your life. It's gonna uncover all the single dynamic that you ever had around any possible issue or any possible things. So finances as a result of relationship. Build relationship with yourself, the most important. Now, going back to your question related to a mother, to wife, and the relationship between mother and mother-in-law, I'm sorry, and wife. Great question. Congratulations. That was core, Frederick. Why? Because when there is an issue between wife and mother-in-law, it's only for one reason, for one place. The wife is fighting to be your mom. The mother's fighting to be your wife. It's confusing, I'm sorry. I'm talking from the perception of our subconscious. I'm talking from the perception NLP techniques, from NLP, how it's in our brain, how it's lined up, how we see the world, right? Not with our eyes, what we see, but how it developed in our brain. So it depends what case, but in many cases, mother is trying to get the son back. Not that she intentionally wants him back, but she wants him to dedicate some time to her too. But it happened only if immature mentality or the wife is not aligned with herself. Okay, I'm gonna be very sharp here for many people who has issue with mothers-in-law. It's not aligned with yourself, because at this point you are fighting with the person who gave a birth to your husband. You are fighting for the place to be his mom. Who hear me? Who understand what I'm saying? When there is no fight around to be the mom for that guy, there is a peace, balance, and harmony in relationship with the mother-in-law. I don't know if it lines, if it landed. I want the feedback. If there is a possible, leave a comment below if it landed. There is no issue between relationship between mother-in-law and wife when they both in the right place, when the wife plays wife and the mother plays mother. But when the wife is trying to become mother for the guy, to take care, to fight over him, to be his mom, to provide for him, that's when the relationship ruins in that terms. And trust me, as a side effect, relationship between that spouses are going to be struggled as well. I hope I answered the question. I see you, Fred.
Wow, wow, perfectly answered. I'm just satisfied. Everybody to play their role peacefully. There'll be peace. Yes,
Yeah.
play your role. If you're a mother, remain a mother. If you're a wife, remain a wife. Play your role as a wife. Thank you.
One simple suggestion for those who have problem with mother-in-law. Talk to that woman or communicate with her. She has a place in his life and you cannot do anything about it and you don't want to. He needs that woman in his life. You want to build relationship with her. Once you build a relationship with her, once you go and ask, hey, how do you feel I should do this or that? Should I cook this for my kids? I was thinking to cook this for my kids. You have a recipe. Can you share me? Can you teach me? Build that relationship. And once you build that relationship, that one mother-in-law will be by your side. Anything that is going wrong, she will be by your side. As long as there is no fight over the place to be a mother to your spouse.
Let me interject. Let me interrupt you a little. Like, a daughter-in-law should see the mother-in-law like a person who is a counselor, like a person who is help a mentor, like like a person inspires you. So consultant, like she should see that person at a point where it is flowing from her going down. So it's like there will be no competition at all. If she comes when she's in this position where she feels, I want to learn, how can I do better? What can I do? Then there will be no such like conflicts. That's another good strong point. Thank you. Thank you. It makes perfect sense. All these things make perfect sense.
And unfortunately, I don't have specific offer right now, right? And I should have for you to just, if you have any issues, if whoever hear this message have any issues, reach out. I can guide you, but definitely 1 out of 3 needs to go through awareness, and that would be a woman, because everything on the woman. I'm sorry, Frederick. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, you are absolutely. Play a big role in relationship, but the woman is the one who builds the environment, and if it doesn't work, it also at some level, if they don't match, if spouses don't match in dynamics, that another issue. There is another resolution. Again, I'm not offering here anything. I don't have a particular product to offer here, and I should next time, but no. Woman is a resolution, and woman is the one who creates the fight and war. What any other possible questions might be? Any possible questions might be, reach out. You have the contact person, right information right below this video. I am happy to serve with any questions to support your journey and be there, give you a hand and walk you through your own transformation.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We are going to post the details of contacts, how to join the mastermind class that is free and it's coming up. So Elvina already told me we're going to give you all that information and below this video. So thank you.
Love and blessings. Looking forward to see you in my mastermind, 5 days, March 24. Get ready.